Welcome to Insights into Insurance with Tom Sorensen of Americana Insurance Group. All information provided is educational in nature and not intended to be acted upon without first consulting the appropriately licensed professional.
It's Saturday morning here on KATE. Time for another episode of Insights into Insurance with Tom Sorensen of Americana Insurance. Tom, unfortunately, not here with us today. He's out assisting some clients. It's the middle of crop insurance season, so Angela McCormick has decided to stop on by. She also works at Americana Insurance. And Angela, good morning to you.
Good morning, Paul. Thanks for having me.
It's great to have you here. Really appreciate you taking the time out of your Saturday morning to stop on by. Now, Angela, before we kind of get into what we want to talk about today, could you just let the listeners know exactly, who you are and what your background is a little bit?
Sure. I'm Angela McCormick. I've been in the insurance industry for, I just had a 6-year anniversary here in January. Before, when I first started, I was with a direct writing company, and I'm sure a lot of people don't know or unaware of what a direct writing company is compared to an independent agency such as Americana Insurance.
Okay, so with that, you kind of open that can of worms. So you have a direct writing company, where you previously worked for.
Right. And
now you're with the independent agency known as Americana Insurance. So for those that don't understand the language, in layman's terms, what's a direct writing company?
So to break it down, a direct writing company would be kind of your big corporate companies such as State Farm, American Family, where you're a captive agent. So you don't have the opportunity to go out and write with other companies. You have to deal with the premiums and the rules and regs for that one specific company. So you're at their mercy, so to speak.
Sure. So if I understand you correctly, being a independent agency means you are able to, quote Captain and Tennille here, you're able to shop around rather than be
right. We have numerous companies that we can go through to kind of fit the company with the client or the risk or the exposure. We all have different exposures that we have to insure. And so that would be where an independent agent could go out there and shop around for the price and the coverage that fits that individual exposure risk. So
okay,
I like it because I get to spread my wings a little bit more. I can go out and there's companies like I like to write commercial, so there's companies that have different exposures. Like say for drones, for instance,
sure.
That's a new risk that's coming up, and there's companies out there that will insure something like that exposure and that risk. So it's nice.
Okay, so that's the difference between a direct writing company and an independent agency like Americana Insurance. Now, what do you do for Americana? I guess is there a certain area that you specialize in, or an area that you really like to do as maybe opposed to a different insurance writing portion of the job at all? Where do you shine the most?
I really enjoy getting out and writing farms and commercial, small business, bigger businesses. That's where I like to shine, I guess. I like to go out and I like to hear the stories that farmers have and that companies, small businesses, how they got started, what their passion is. And then I like to be the one that educates them on maybe the best way. We all have budgets, and I like just to find the right coverage for them that fits within their budget. So,
is it a challenge to sell or to assist farmers and commercial businesses, whether large or small? Is it kind of a difficult puzzle? Because I'm sure there's multiple pieces that the person wants to fit. They want the most coverage, but maybe at times they don't want to pay the most amount of money for that. Is that a tough thing for you sometimes?
It just depends on the company that you're writing it with. Every company is different on how they fit certain niches. So to me, I don't even think about it, I guess. It's not, I love to do it, so I love to be challenged. So that to me is the challenge. I love that, is the challenge of it, to find that.
And of course, if someone's listening, you have, you farm, maybe you own a business.
Right.
As always, I mean, just like with Tom, Angela can always be reached 377-2000 at Americana Insurance. A great way there. Now, so you like commercial, you like farming. When it comes to putting those together, as opposed to, let's just say, personal or home, much bigger policies than you're looking at?
With the farm and the commercial?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yep, it is. And again, that's where the challenge lies. It's a bigger puzzle. There's more pieces to the puzzle, where an auto and home, that's basically self-explanatory. It's just the autos and the homes. So I like it. A lot of people think insurance is a dry subject, but to me, it's just the challenge of it. So,
are there more companies out there that are insuring farms and businesses as opposed to like home and auto?
Yeah, there's numerous ones, because every business is different. Whether it be, any commercial business. Everyone is different. Is
it like this, like 3-to-1, 5-to-1? As opposed to home and auto, I figure there's probably fewer of those, as opposed to with different businesses. There has to be maybe insurances that just specialize in those businesses, right?
Yeah, there is. I guess there is more companies that write commercial business, because there's more. The variety of it is huge. There's different farms. There's the dairy farms, the pig farms, the grain farms.
Anything potentially that I know there's confidentiality stuff like that, but has there been something that was like the most difficult, like a certain category that has come to you for insurance, and you're like, how do you insure something like a farm that does breeds mutant pigs? I don't know, like you know what I mean? Like, has you ever come across a time where a client comes to you and says, I'm looking for insurance in my business, and they tell you what they do, and you're like, yeah, we'll look for you.
I did have, just a couple weeks ago, I had a gentleman come. He called into our office, and he raises a certain type of animal. Mm-hmm. And so, but we have a company that deals with that. So I just called them and say, hey, this guy's looking for insurance to cover his breeding portion of
what it is.
This. Right. And they said, sure. What? And so I give them the information they need, and they give me the quote. So I haven't ran into anything that I can't, I guess, so far. It's nice to go out there, and the stories that you hear about different things that people want to insure. Some are very clever, some are you've never heard before. So that's what makes the job enjoyable.
Variety in what you do.
Right. Every day is different.
We're talking with Angela McCormick of Americana Insurance. Angela, we're going to take a quick 30 seconds. When we come back, we're going to talk about what you appreciate for working for Americana Insurance, and then what the philosophy is of the agency, if that works for you.
Perfect. Thank you.
We'll be back in 30 seconds here on Insights into Insurance with Tom Sorensen of Americana Insurance.
A while back at Americana Insurance, we had a question. Should we dress in coats and ties or just dress normal? People in ties are usually smart, professional, and with it. On the other hand, they can be a little intimidating. Eventually, we decided we'd just dress regular and let our service, dedication, and experience speak for itself. Americana Insurance. Business, farm, home, life, and auto. Give us a call at 377-2000 or just stop by. Americana Insurance. Smart enough to wear a suit, down to earth enough not to.
We're back here on Insights into Insurance. Angela McCormick of Americana Insurance filling in for Tom Sorensen. Angela, you really handled some curveballs I threw at you there before the break, so I appreciate you not slugging me in the face the last 30 seconds. Now, what do you like about working at Americana Insurance Group, and why?
The one thing, when I came on there, I was impressed with how when someone walks in the door, it is like you are a part of a large family. Lori, our customer coordinator, she is the most genuine person. She's very warm. She's always offering something to drink, or right when they come in the door, and that just sets a tone. And I think that's what made my decision to join Americana, was just the family atmosphere. The people there are wonderful to work with, and that reflects throughout the community and the things that we're involved in. It's a wonderful place to work, and I'm happy that I made the decision.
Family atmosphere.
Right, it is.
All right, we'll take that's acceptable. Now, so you enjoy working at Americana Insurance Group, family atmosphere. You've kind of explained why. Now, people might wonder because they hear Tom and I talk all the time about Americana Insurance, and he's explaining stuff that I'm not kidding you. People walk up to me the next day, same day. I had no idea X, Y, and Z of what you talked about this morning. What's the agency's philosophy? How do you conduct business over there?
When a person walks in the door, you come in, and our job is to find you the coverage that you need. But it's also, we have a responsibility to educate you in what you're buying. There's been a lot of times where I'm sitting across the table with somebody and they've had insurance for years, and nobody has taken the time to explain to them, sure, you have this coverage, but why do you have this coverage? And why do you need this coverage? So the whys and the how comes are important. Everybody has a budget, and you need to know why you need that insurance and what those numbers stand for and why they're important.
Is that what's different than, say, working for like one of these direct writing companies? Is you're able to say, you know what, this is what you've had, right? I can illustrate that. This is what you've had. Now, that's because that was your only option of what to have.
Right.
Now, let me show you some different things. I realize that when you travel to work, you're only driving 2 miles. You're not, going 50 miles to work. You're only going 2 miles. Yet they had you insured for amounts that you'd think you were driving across the country for. We could save you some money, and you don't need some of those things.
Right. Yeah, you can tailor. You have different, you have the ability to go out and find a company that is the right fit for that client. So along with the whys and the how comes, it's just the fit of it that's important as well. In the end, you are trying to cover your assets. You're trying to protect those, and that's our jobs. That's what I love to do. That's what I'm passionate about. So I just try to make sure that I want people to be educated, because I think when you're educated, you make smarter decisions. And when you have to pay a premium every month, you want to make sure that you're covered, because in the end, that's what matters the most, is when you have a claim.
CYA, cover your assets.
Right.
Now, Tom gave me some questions, and I don't know if you know everyone at the insurance agency or not, but one of the things he wanted me to ask you, maybe it's a pop quiz, you might be listening, who are the other people at Americana Insurance, and what are their roles?
Well, Tom Sorensen is our agency director. Right now he is, crop is his season, so he's in his glory right now with the crop. He also does farms, but Suzanne Dixon is our senior insurance producer, like myself, and she does the life, health, farm, auto, home, commercial. Same thing, her and I like to bounce ideas off one another. Then we have Amy Miller, who is Suzanne and I's, she's our account manager. She's a wonderful individual who kind of takes care of Suzanne and I and deals with claims and billing and kind of takes some of the paperwork off of us. And then we have Nancy Volley, who is our agency administrator. And then we have Lamar Stallo, who is our accounting and HR director. And then again, Lori Bagley, who's our customer coordinator. And all of us make a great team. We help one another out. We bounce ideas off one another. So it's great to have that support.
That's good. I don't know if you're right or wrong, so I'm going to take your word on that one. Tom will keep me
right.
abreast of that next week. And finally, I know when we talk about Americana Insurance, and Tom and I talked about this last week, I kind of had a feeling maybe he wasn't going to be coming in because he was really peppering me with thoughts, ideas, and I think the correct jargon I'm supposed to put this. But I know at this time, Americana Insurance is always looking to add to their, we'll call it a stable of agents. I mean, no matter what your specialty is, if you're currently in the insurance field, and maybe you're curious if the grass really is greener when it comes to an independent agency.
Right.
I know Tom would be interested in speaking with you. Maybe you're out of insurance. Maybe you're looking at getting back in and you've got all the right alphabet letters behind your name so you can do something like this. That'd be something that maybe you want to come in or call Tom up and say, hey, let's have a cup of coffee. I'm interested to see what could be offered.
Right.
So I know Tom and I were talking about that last week off the air. He was saying, hey, if you know anyone, it's like, I don't, sorry. But, Now, next week we're going to get back into your questions. The email is insights@americanainsurance.com, insights@americanainsurance.com. Tom will be back. We'll answer your questions. Angela, you have really been a treat to have in this morning, so thank you for getting up Saturday morning, taking a little bit of time, and just introducing yourself to the listeners. Now, is there a direct line for you, or is the 2000 a great way to reach you?
That's a great, our agency phone number is a great way, and they will just forward you to my office.
Okay, so is 507-377-2000, located across the street from us here at the Skyline Plaza, 1450 West Main Street. Angela, have yourself a good Saturday morning.
Thanks, Paul. I appreciate it.
You've been listening to Insights into Insurance from Americana Insurance Group. All information provided is intended to be educational in nature. Before acting upon any information obtained during the Insights into Insurance radio show broadcast, consult an appropriately licensed professional.